Hello everyone, my name is Lakna. Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. So I want to talk about the full moon that's happening on November 27th. This full moon is happening in Taurus in the nakshatra called Rohini. So the full moon is when the moon is fully illuminating its light. This light which has the ability to really bring to the surface and really expose to us whatever has been hidden from our path that we're now ready to face and heal. And these themes that are going to arise will have a lot to do with the previous new moon, this new moon that was in Libra in the nakshatra called Vishaka. So Libra is a sign ruled by Venus, as is this full moon in Taurus. Taurus is another sign ruled by Venus. So a lot of the matters that are arising now for us to heal are to do with our heart. Rohini, this nakshatra, is ruled by the moon. So the moon and Venus are both divine aspects of our feminine energy. So we all have the divine feminine, an aspect of that within ourselves, some more than others, but we all do have the divine feminine within us. And right now, especially now, as we lead into this full moon, is really, these planets are asking us to tap into our feminine and really listen to our divine feminine. And that feminine energy is all about feeling, really. It's about being open and allowing and receptive to all of the emotions, to all of the guidance, listening to our intuition and really flowing through with that and feeling whatever comes up. And that's when that intuitive, inspired action takes place, where we can create things and we can dance and flow and, whatever sort of inspired action you want to do. That's when that takes place, is when you're really in that feminine flow. So this full moon is happening in Taurus, the nakshatra Rohini. Let's talk a bit about this star, these energies that are going to arise now. So the deity of this star is Brahma, the creator of our universe. And Brahma shows us how we create our lives in many ways. And at the time of this full moon, really, we're being asked to have a look at how we have created our life up until now. How do we create our life really? We have so much power in creating, and if you think about it, through your thoughts and your beliefs and the visualizations you've had for yourself, you have created your life. Think about the goals that you had when you were young or years ago. I'm sure you have achieved a lot of those things now. It's crazy how these goals that we set, they are like intentions, they're seeds that we plant, and they do manifest. So we create through our expectations, our visualizations, our prayers, our intentions. These are spiritual forms of planning and preparation. And then we have these, we're sort of guided intuitively to take actions, and we're put in the right situation, the right circumstance to create based on these intentions that we have. And some of these intentions that we have are created through really subconscious programming and conditioning that don't actually align with our highest self. The more that our heart space is open and allowing and receptive in that feminine flow, the more aligned we are, and the more clearly we're able to see how our intentions and our expectations for our life are really truly aligned with our highest self. So these are the themes right now of healing all of these things. And the symbol of Rohini is the chariot or the ox cart. They symbolize movement and travel, which is so important. And this is a Rajasic star, which Rajasic means like really taking action. And what this star shows us is how important it is to never stop, to always keep moving, no matter how intense or overwhelming or anxious life feels. And it will feel like this right now as we're moving into the full moon. This is what usually happens because the energy of the moon is so strong, and it's illuminating all of these conditioning and all of this dark stuff that we haven't faced within us. As we lead into this, we're feeling these things, but what this star is teaching us is we still have to keep moving, because that movement is aligning us with a new situation, a new path, a new insight that will come through. Travel as well if you feel called to. Movement though, action, really moving forward. This is the indicator to the universe or to God or to whoever you believe, when you're taking actions towards your steps, to your goals, to your intentions, even if it's an action that is not at all related to what your goals and your intentions are for yourself. Just moving really does allow energy to flow, to allow the chakras to just awaken, and to allow yourself to really move any stagnant energies within you. It's really important to move. So that's something this star teaches. This star has the ability to create heaven on earth. And I want to share a conversation I had with one of my best friends she has this star in her chart, and she is I've always called her my rock, and she's my rock, my stability, my grounding force in my life. And she has strong Taurus in her chart. This energy is all about grounding and being rock solid in ourselves. But I was telling her that I feel she really has the ability to pull me into these situations and these experiences that really feel like heaven on earth. And this star, Rohini, this is the gift of Rohini, is to create heaven on earth. And it makes sense because it's Taurus, Venus, and Rohini, the moon, the feminine energies which really align with our heart. And when you are super aligned with your heart, you can create heaven on earth. I believe it is not necessarily a destination, it is this feeling of love, really. And that's my friend Charlene. She's just filled with love, and that's, I believe, one of her teachings to me is really how to open my heart more. And I remember telling her, you really do have this ability to create heaven on earth, and it's something that I myself really need, as I can see the contrast with me is I'm someone who really has the ability to bring a lot of light to a lot of dark places in the world and a lot of darkness that is going on. I have a lot of Scorpio in my chart, so we balance each other out. And I want to mention this because there is the Sun, Mercury, and Mars right now in Scorpio opposing the full moon. And so this is really telling us that we need to have these energies, these opposing energies in balance. It is definitely something that we have the potential to do, is to create heaven on earth, to really be aligned with our heart's desires and to always follow your heart and your soul and what makes you happy. But at the same time, it's really important, if we carry a lot of light and a lot of healing in us, we also have that strength and ability to bring that light to the darkness in this world. And it's also really ultimately about bringing that light to the darkness within you and doing the shadow work when it's necessary, and really healing the dark wounds within us that come up. And I'm finding that a lot right now. That theme keeps popping up, is that as you evolve and you hold more light and you embody, you embody more of your light, and you're releasing more and you're feeling more aligned. It's like you have to move, like in order to move forward, like 3 steps, you have to move back 5 or 6 steps as well. And it's just this constant thing where you're moving forward, but you're also then going back. That's when the retrograde planets happen, and Mercury will be going retrograde soon. But it's this thing, as you embody more and more light, you also have to then unravel and uncover more and more deeper layers of darkness within you, because you have more light and you have more strength to do that. And just as like you're doing that within yourself and healing the wounds within you, that you're more strong now to face stuff that's been suppressed, the more you do that, the more you're able to then also bring more and more light into more and more people who are also going through similar things. So these are those intense, transformative Scorpio themes that are also coming up in this time. And Scorpio teaches us that life is a continuous growth. Like, we're always going through these cycles of death and rebirth, and we're growing. And Rohini, this nakshatra, is actually also about growth in a way, because this nakshatra is about creation, and creation never ends. There's always more to create. There's always more inspired thoughts and insights and ideas that we have, that our heart craves and desires. It never ends. It's all about, enjoying this journey. There's never really a full stop, like, destination that we get to. Like, we have to just keep enjoying this journey and keep creating, keep growing. So I also want to talk about some of these Venus themes that are going to come up. So Venus in astrology is everything that we desire, that our heart desires. So Venus also includes money. Money is another theme that I see coming up right now for a lot of us. And I feel that I'm not really an expert in this topic to be talking about it, but I feel it is something that we all really need to look at, to see how worthy we are of living an abundant life. And it's interesting because Taurus rules the 2nd house in astrology. So these themes somehow do all connect, and it's to do with our self-worth and our value to the world. And I'm not an expert at all with money, but something that I really do believe is that if you are giving value to the world, you also receive value in return in many different abundant ways. And the more that we heal our heart space, and our heart, self-love is the ultimate key to it all, the more we align with these abundant vibrations and frequencies. And so the 2nd house, this Taurus house, is self-worth, what we value, what it is, our money, our finances. The 2nd house is also about our stability and our security in life. So I said my friend Charlene with the strong Taurus, she is my rock. It's time for us to really review what it is that is in any way keeping us from feeling secure and grounded within ourselves. And obviously connecting with nature is really important at the time of the full moon. I usually recommend at the time of the full moon to to cleanse if possible with the ocean, with water. With this full moon, I'm also, something new that I'm going to recommend with nature is actually connect with rocks and crystals. I honestly feel that I have a very divine connection to rocks, and it is something that I want to research further into, is the energy behind rocks. I believe they are so powerful, especially if you live somewhere where there's like massive rocks that you can go and climb on or sit on. I really recommend you connect with them and really listen to them. These rocks are also spirits, and they have a lot of beautiful healing energies within them as well. They're so grounding. I believe that rocks have the ability to really absorb some of the densest, heaviest emotions within us. They want to do that for us. So that's just a side note with just some healing activities that we can do at this time. Taurus is all about all of the senses as well. So just think about incorporating all of the 5 senses into creating some ritual for yourself. So, you know, like with smell, like light up some incense, some candles, feeling, maybe have a bath or a massage or something that really feels good to you and allows you to feel through your body, like maybe yoga or stretching or dancing. Taste, like eat some nourishing food, you know, and drink something that is going to really help you cleanse. Usually at the time of the full moon, I don't eat much. I really feel it is a good time to fast. But even if you're fasting, like whatever you choose to do, like try and incorporate these senses, the 5 senses. And the previous new moon we had in Vishaka Nakshatra really wanted us to see how we are all such uniquely gifted individuals, and we all have a unique gift to bring into this world, and we all connect as well, and we all need each other. Connection is so important. Like the roots, the tree branches of a tree, they're all different branches that go out in different directions, but they all connect to this one tree. And the trees, the roots of the trees, they all connect. We're all connected. And this is something that's coming up in this time as well with this full moon. It's illuminating to us the importance of connection. So connection is a theme of the divine feminine. It's important to be connected to our society, to our communities, and it's important to make sure that we are in balance, like the Libra scales, to be in balance with our connection to ourself and our self-love, our self-care, and doing the introspective work that we need to, but also staying connected with this material world and the people in this world, and for doing our part and being of service to others, because in doing so we are also being of service to ourselves. It really is something that helps us heal our heart, is when we do connect with others. It helps us to see what is really needing healing within ourselves. And yeah, being connected with others and really allowing yourself to experience different relationships and connections with people and being open to others is really important. But it's important, most importantly, that you're opening your heart up to the love that you deserve, that ultimately firstly comes from within you, and you're just radiating that love that is within you. You radiate that, and you see that love within you through these other people, through these other connections in your life, they reflect the love that is already really within you. They're just divine mirrors and reflections. I hope you all have such a powerful full moon. Do some rituals for yourself where you connect with all of the 5 senses and connect with your higher self. Really connect with your heart space and open up and just feel free and flow with anything that wants to come up for you, the emotions and the feelings. I hope you all have the most magical full moon, and if you align with and resonate with what I have to share, please do like and subscribe. It really does help out my channel. I do also have my Vedic chart readings, and I have this beautiful artwork on my Etsy channel, Etsy website, sorry. So yeah, check that out as well. I love you all. Stay tuned for the next video.